Hey, it's been a long time since I did a talk out here. Beautiful day, almost 70 degrees, and almost ashamed to ruin everything with a bunch of thinking and intellectualizing, but what the hell, right? So anyway, lately, what I've been thinking about is sort of the good guy versus bad guy, right? Hello, goodbye. Hello, good guy, goodbye, bad guy. That's a tongue twister. Try saying that a few times. But anyway, in our society, especially at the moment, with the internet and everyone getting to promote themselves and post their opinions and things, generally people are in the process of advertising how good they are, right? And you see this everywhere. Could be a post, could be a political point of view, could be a bumper sticker. You know, you see a lot of that. People talking about how Christian they are, for example, or, you know, gun rights or whatever the hell. Anyway, what I'm proposing is that the more you have to advertise how good you are, the less good you are. Because if you were good, you wouldn't have to advertise. So anyway, there's a documentary came out, I'm not sure how recently, maybe a few years ago. Adam Curtis, the English guy that has all the access to the BBC files. And, hold on. Rangers, park rangers. So anyway, what they're talk about in the this documentary is about after World War II and the end of Nazi Germany, how young people in Germany wanted answers. They wanted to know why everything had gone fascistic, and why everyone seemed to be not talking about it or sweeping it under the rug. And what they found, these sort of militant groups went Nazi hunting, wanting the truth about the Nazi past, is that they began behaving in fascistic ways themselves. Some of them were jailed. 3 of them committed suicide while in prison. And some of them actually began to realize, like, you know, we're going after them because they're the bad guy, but we're behaving the same way. So, what do you do about this? Do you continue to live in this myth that you're the good guy? You know? I mean, the way this works, it's like enemy making. So you look around and it's like, we're better than them. We have a better system than them. You know, we're not communist. We're this other country, you know, a different race, different language. You know, we're better. This is why you hear the word progress being tossed around. It's like, well, if we're making progress, that means we're getting better, right? Well, that's kind of, you could argue that, certainly. So, anyway, when it comes down to the good guy, bad guy thing, I mean, you could be, theoretically anyway, completely good. You know, animals are completely good. Nature is completely good. People have a hard time being completely good. You know, Christ might have been pretty good. Made a few boo-boos, you know. Got physical with the moneylenders, or talked a little bit too much, maybe. Advertising something. You know, it's kind of another subject, but what'll happen if you've experienced enlightenment, or whatever name you want to put on it, bliss state, nirvana, Christ consciousness, things like that. If you talk to people about it who've never experienced it, they're likely to use it to make themselves look good. The good guys, basically. and distort it and use it for their own purposes, which is basically the history of religion, right? Enlightened being tries to communicate things. It's like sometimes they take steps so that it won't get so corrupted, you know? It's like with Islam, it's like, oh, you can't have pictures of, you know, what's his name? No pictures. And it's like, oh, that got messy real fast. Or, you know, Buddhism did pretty good because it's not about worship of the Buddha, and they kind of made that clear at the beginning. But anyway, so living in a universe that is dualistic, where you have good and evil, or I guess that's the label we put on it. Like I said, nature wouldn't have labels for good and evil. You know, the lion eats the lamb. There's no evil in that. But we seem to have this spectrum of good and evil, duality. So maybe it would be better than just sticking your head in the sand and thinking you're good, thinking you're one of the good guys because of whatever your politics is or religion or whatever, you know. Just kind of own up to being the bad guy, you know, or at least being both. Because trying to be the good guy, just like the people that were hunting down the Nazis after World War II, they began behaving just like the Nazis did. So, anyway, good guy, bad guy. So, I'm not saying being a bad guy is a good thing. It's just something that's going to happen. And I think the worst thing that could happen is sweeping it under the rug and pretending that you're a good guy. Because the easy way to do that, as I've said, is to create an enemy. It's like, we're good, they're bad, right? So anyway, hope that's something to scratch your head about, whether you're a good guy or bad guy, and what the fuck. So, till next time, if there is a next time, sayonara.